This episode is brought to you by Iams Pet Food. When you choose Iams dry dog or cat food, you can see a difference in your pet with your own eyes. Healthy energy in 5 days, healthy digestion in 10 days, and healthy skin and coat in just 25 days. Satisfaction for you and them. Guaranteed or your money back. Feed Iams dry dog or cat food and see a visible difference. Visit iams.com/difference to learn more.
This episode is brought to you by the Weather Channel. What does the Weather Channel app share in common with a personal trainer and a life coach? It's an ally on your quest to wellness. What you do with its insight is up to you. Like running an extra mile when air quality is good, or checking your allergy forecast so not even ragweed can disrupt your chi. It's more than a weather app. What in the weather are you waiting for? Be a force of nature with the Weather Channel app.
This is Optimal Health Daily. How to Overcome Fitness Information Overload. 7 Simple Tips by Eric Bach of BachPerformance.com. And I'm Dr. Neil, your host and narrator. Welcome back to another episode of Optimal Health Daily. This is where I read to you from some of the best health and fitness blogs on the web, kind of like an ongoing audiobook, and always with a bit of my commentary at the end. Now, today is Wednesday, and like I do every Wednesday, I like to share a little bit of inspiration with you. So with that, here we go. A goal without a plan is just a wish. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry. All right, and with that, let's get right to it as we optimize your life. How to Overcome Fitness Information Overload. 7 Simple Tips by Eric Bach of BachPerformance.com. The average American consumes the equivalent of 100,000 words per day. According to an April 2022 report from the University of California, San Diego, that's more words than J.R.R. Tolkien's The Hobbit. And when it comes to fitness, we're not even considering the massive number of YouTube videos, Reels, and TikToks you see. While learning is always good, consuming information without context or action leads to overwhelm, chasing shiny objects, and ultimately, self-sabotage. Here are 7 simple tips to overcome fitness information overload. 1. Pick one goal at a time. Quote, "If you have one axe, you can't sit on 2 horses." Charles Poliquin. Don't try to build muscle and burn fat or recompose your body. They're physiologically opposing goals. While a recomposition can take place when you're focused on building muscle or losing fat, chasing recomposition as the primary goal is rarely effective. Why? Because it happens so slowly that most people don't measure it or realize it's happening. Expectations aren't met, and they change gears even when things are working. So what's a better option? Commit to losing fat first. With enough protein, better recovery, and sound training, you'll lose fat and build some lean muscle. 2. Study one area at a time. When learning about a topic, go an inch wide and a mile deep. Here's an example from my life. I pick one major topic to study in depth per quarter. This means 4 big topics per year. When I study this, I go all in. The podcasts and audiobooks I listen to are 90% related to this goal. The same with whatever I'm reading. This creates a knowledge incubator where I gain a ton more knowledge on one topic and can develop my own opinions. If you try to study everything, you'll feel overwhelmed, because you will be. Apply this to anything you see fit: sales, business, nutrition, relationships. Remove input from other areas. 3. Follow fewer experts. Follow 1 to 2 experts, max, on a topic. There are many ways to get results, but they all require following a specific process. This is true in business, relationships, finance, and fitness. You can get jacked with high reps. You can get jacked with low reps. You can get ripped with intermittent fasting. You can get ripped with multiple meals spread throughout the day. You have to commit. Burn the boats and go all in to see if something works for you. You can't try a diet for 3 weeks and write it off. That's far too little time. Don't piecemeal programs and ideas together until you've mastered them independently. Piecemeal programs from different coaches are a disaster. 4. Be intentional. Don't be a mindless drone scrolling social media for workout tips. Think about what you're specifically looking to solve, find it, and implement. If you're reactive with your consumption of information, especially on social media, it'll wrap its tentacles around your brain and pull you into a death spiral. When searching for information, set time limits. I like to use a timer for research. This creates urgency and focus. When consuming information, be specific about what you're looking for and stop once you've found it. 5. Single task. Multitasking is doing multiple things poorly. Doing multiple things teaches your brain to be unfocused, making the seas of information you're consuming even more overwhelming. When you're focused on research or execution, be fully present. Don't be on Tinder between workout sets. Don't be playing with your kid while you search for workout tips. Eliminate distractions and be present as often as possible. 6. Implement immediately. If you found something interesting that you're going to use, don't search for more information. Focus on implementation. Collecting knowledge is pointless. Skill and build through implementation. Wisdom is built through taking action and reflection. Put action behind it and build what matters, the wisdom on when and how to apply it. And 7, take time away from social media. Social media is addictive. It teaches you to crave the next dopamine hit of more information. To break the habit, you must proactively take time away from your phone and set limits. Try a day without your phone. Okay, too much? Set a deadline for when you'll hide your phone for the day. I use 8 p.m. Your relationships, focus, and stress levels will probably improve too. You just listened to the post titled, How to Overcome Fitness Information Overload, 7 Simple Tips by Eric Bach of BachPerformance.com, and I'll be right back with my commentary. When you're hiring, it feels amazing to finally close out a job search. But what if you could get rid of the search and just match? You can with Indeed. Indeed is your matching and hiring platform with over 350 million global monthly visitors and a matching engine that helps you find quality candidates fast. Ditch the busy work. Use Indeed for scheduling, screening, and messaging. 93% of employers agree Indeed delivers the highest quality matches compared to other job sites. One of the things I love about Indeed is that it filters out incompatible applicants. So when you're hiring, the process is much faster, and you only have to consider applicants that are already likely to be a great fit. And listeners of this show will get a $75 sponsored job credit to get your jobs more visibility at Indeed.com/health. Just go to Indeed.com/health right now and support our show by saying you heard about Indeed on this podcast. Indeed.com/health. Terms and conditions apply. Need to hire? You need Indeed.
You know when you reach that age where everyone and their mother won't shut up about their credit scores, yet it seems like no one really understands what's so special about those 3 random numbers? That's because credit scores are meaningless, unless you have Credit Karma to show you how to use them. We use those 3 random numbers, plus your financial profile, to help you find your next opportunity. Like a more rewarding credit card, a game plan that helps you pay down debt faster, or a personal loan to help you save more on interest payments each month. Cha-ching! Download Intuit Credit Karma today to get started.
Dr. Neil here for my commentary. I want to go back to the idea of multitasking. Today's author, Eric, strongly recommended that when we're committed to a goal, we shouldn't multitask. I completely agree. I've tried multitasking, like trying to watch a football game and writing an exam at the same time. It never goes well. The process ends up taking twice as long, and there are always a ton of mistakes. And in fact, in one of the classes I teach, I have my students create a resume. Sometimes students choose to list their strengths on their resume. And so often, I see the words multitasker listed. I always recommend that they clearly identify how multitasking improved their job or academic performance. Because, of course, there are situations where multitasking can be helpful. But when it comes to those tasks that should have our full attention, like lifting a weight, or driving, or studying, or for me, writing exams, some researchers have found that multitasking can decrease our ability to concentrate and decrease our productivity. So, to use today's author Eric's words, whenever possible, be intentional. And you'll likely see your performance and your overall productivity improve. All right, that'll do it for today. I hope you have a great rest of your Wednesday, and I'll see you back here tomorrow as usual, where your optimal life awaits.